Hello, my name is Mark Napartovich. I'm a senior pro player. Today I want to talk to you about very interesting and very unusual and unique paddle. Although we did get this paddle for free, we didn't get paid to do any review, and this is my personal opinion. I just played a bit with the paddle and really like how it plays and find it very interesting paddle. This is my personal opinion, so take it for whatever it was, but I think that the paddle is pretty interesting and it's fun to try. I used to play table tennis a lot at advanced level, and because of that I spin practically every single shot I make. And I spin it just not for the sake of spin, I control the ball this way. And today I want to tell you about a paddle that has phenomenal spin. Before that I thought that it's kind of not possible within approved limits. I thought it was not possible to have better spin carbon paddles have, but apparently I was wrong, because the paddle I'm going to talk about spins better. First of all, when you see it first and try it first and try the grit on it, you feel it's like really gritty. And the question is, I don't know how it got approved, but obviously it did, so good for them. Usually people only tell about spin that paddle produce when you serve or drive. Indeed, that's a very important factor, but some paddles hit when you drive very well, but they don't spin well when you hit slow shot, like dinks and drops. But for me, as I spin practically every ball, the spin on those shots very important, if not more important than spin on drive and serve. So I was pretty surprised when I tried this paddle, because it spins on the slow shot very well. Probably the only paddle spins better is a Proton paddle, but that one has some kind of resin like plastic, which feels completely like a table tennis racket. This one is kind of feels like table tennis racket too, but like the table tennis racket with pips, which do not spin as much as smooth rubber, but spins pretty significantly. So when you spin the ball at the kitchen line, you feel the ball sits on the paddle and doesn't slide, doesn't skid. Usually in any even very gritty carbon paddle, the ball skids a bit almost every shot when you try to spin it. Because of that, you can a little bit change your technique when you spin the ball, rely more on the friction of the paddle against the ball and produce better spin because of that. The paddle that I'm talking about, it's made by a company called Bitnik, and I got two models, one called X Monster. It's a wide paddle, short, and as you can see, it has no edge, edgeless, and it's pretty thin. And another one is also thin and edgeless, and it's elongated and has a hole in throat. Probably because of it's so thin, they both so thin, or maybe because of technology, it has pretty good power. So when you play with it, you don't feel that it lacks any power, and it also doesn't lack any pop. The only problem is when you hit it flat, it has pretty much tiny sweet spot. The technology they claim to use, this one has more spin than the other one, and it has a carbon 3K fiber. And here you can see actually the texture of the paddle. It's kind of cross texture and some kind of paint on top of it. So because it produces the spin using that paint, I don't know how long would it. I played with it for about months and it's still like new. So I don't know how usually spin goes down pretty fast within 2 weeks a bit, and then stays at the same level. This one, as I said, practically like new. And this one spins less. It says it has aluminized carbon twill, 15K. This paddle feels a bit stiffer, a bit more rigid, and this one actually feels pretty soft. Because it feels pretty soft, even it has a tiny sweet spot, as I said, still pretty good for resets, and it's okay for dinks, especially for those when you put some spin on it. I'm not sure if it's me or it's the paddle, but I was completely unable to put any good flat shots with the paddle. Because of that, I had a lot of problems with blocking drives, and often when people hit good drive, you hit a bit off center and it produces such a big deflection, the ball goes out or into the net. But at the same time, you put a lot of spin on every shot goes pretty well, pretty controllable, and as I said, with a lot of spin. So when you stay at the kitchen and your opponents at the baseline, they practically have no chance to get to the kitchen, because how much spin you can put on it and how bad and weird the ball bounces from the ground after a shot. So I definitely wouldn't recommend this paddle to new players. This is not a paddle to learn pickleball, but those who have already good spin skills and for those who feel that spin is very important, that could be a very good and enjoyable paddle. I actually enjoyed the paddle very much, except for some difficulties I have with the flat shots. I think that's definitely the paddle to try and to have fun with. And if you use our code, which you can see below or in the description, you will get a discount, and this way you support our channel. So thank you very much for that. And if you don't like the paddles that produce a lot of spin and prefer something more traditional, you can watch our reviews right here.